Likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather, and off we go from Nashville. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that's because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kevin Farley. And this hit will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, 62 yards. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go. Still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. They'll run for it with Dillon. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll run. It's Henry. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. On play action, Rodgers. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, Adams, what a grab. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, 63 yards. And the Packers move back within a couple of the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Off play action, Tannehill. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
He was brought down to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. A tight one, 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. On first down, it's Henry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. Open space inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 14 yards there on the pickup. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So, Charles, we are 3 weeks now into the regular season, and we're left with 5 unbeaten teams. Raiders and Broncos in the AFC. Over in the NFC, Panthers, Cards, and Rams all at 3-0. Maybe not the 5 that we would have predicted when the season started, but of that group, who stands out to you?
Well, I'm willing to say absolutely all of them. All right, sounds like I'm sitting on the fence, but I'm going to tell you why. Because quarterbacking, always what you're looking at when a team gets off to a hot start, and quarterbacking has been a key for every one of those teams. But I think there's been an addition to each and every one of them. With the Raiders, it's been Derek Carr playing at a high level, but how about how their defense is played? The Broncos, Teddy Bridgewater solidified that position. Their defense has been a constant as well. Von Miller back in his form. When you look at the Panthers, Sam Darnold, again, defense. But remember, they drafted for that 2 years ago when every draft pick was a defensive player. The Cardinals, oh, yeah, Kyler Murray's coming into his own. How about the addition of Rondale Moore, the rookie receiver? And for the Rams, yeah, it's not just Matthew Stafford, but Aaron Donald and the rest of that defense really coming to play.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. On play action, it's Rodgers. On the move to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Henry running right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7 our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He completes it to Julio Jones. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 21 yards there on 3rd down. They'll run on 1st down. Henry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Here's Tannehill. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. As a defense, what a nuisance when you look on the other side and they've got a tight end that can run a post route like that. And you felt the ground shake, didn't you? Oh, even all the way up here in this booth. How about when he grabbed the football? You could see the terror as everyone was thinking, do I even want to try it?
Tackle that big man.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down. Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee. Julio Jones. As the first half is winding down, and the Titans will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on a 2-point try. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll start from their own 5, so you'd have to imagine they'll stay conservative. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. He's got a man, complete, and all the way down to the 42.
Oh, I know how I feel.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half. And for the call, let's get you back up to Nashville, Music City, and Brandon Gott.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Tannehill. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 27 yards there, a first down. Now a give, right side. It's Henry. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, a 23-yard run. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So they go with a pass there on the two-point try, and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. To throw, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. He hits Adams complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. He's got it at the 2. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the two-point conversion. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The dangerous Hill now to return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more caught? And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bud Dupree picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 9 yards on the pickup, but even after that, they're left with a third and very long. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And Chris Barnes there on the stop. On 2nd and 7, Tannehill. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And they've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Rodgers going to throw. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And it's 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Danico Autry able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And incomplete on the deep ball. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down. No gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On 3rd down, Henry. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Here's Tannehill. Throw left side here, hauled in by the tight end, Ferkser. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Jones with a carry on 1st down, but I don't think he even made it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense all over that one. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The Packers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, it's Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Flushed out right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Danico Autry getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. 8 yards on the touchdown pass, and the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Rodgers will throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And the Titans are going to recover the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Running from the gun with Henry. And some room to work. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a handoff to Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. Oh, I think the Seahawks got it. They did. It's Seattle football. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Wilson.
And this will go to Carson out wide. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Eluding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Something apparently... Not feeling right to Garoppolo, so he'll step back and take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon. Sermon with space, a first down, and then some. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Back to Sermon on first down. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
21. Go ahead.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And they'll try and run for the first with Sermon. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. A first down run there by Mostert as he'll get this forward for a gain of about 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On third down, it's Mitchell. And some room to maneuver. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 42 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries in the ballgame.
The way this game is going, the way that they possess the ball on the other side of the field, you go 3 and out here, you might not see the ball again until the second quarter.
We're scoreless after 1.
Hey, gun.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
On second down, Mostert.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
They'll try it now with Mostert.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Darrell Taylor gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Draw play, Garoppolo gives to Mostert.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
They'll run with Mostert.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And Gold is able to put it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They go play action now. Wilson steps away. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, hey, partner, in Week 3 of the NFL, special teams was a big storyline. How about Justin Tucker? NFL record 66-yarders, time expired. The Ravens beat the Lions. And then the Lions' former kicker, Matt Prater, now with the Cardinals, he tried a 68-yarder at the end of the first half. It came up short. And how about Jamal Agnew? A 109-yard return on the field goal miss. That tied an NFL record.
Yeah, tied a record set previously by Cordero Patterson and Antonio Cromartie. And let's face it, it can't be broken, right? You can't go any farther than 109 because 110 means you're over the end line. But Matt Prater, he held the NFL record at 64 yards before Tucker broke it in the ball game this week. And how about him trying that one? I mean, and then, of course, here comes the return because you got big guys on the field trying to block, and they can't tackle in the open field. And I'll just leave it with this.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Running the counter with Mostert. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
In a game where 1 field goal was all these offenses could muster in the first 2 quarters, you figure both coaching staffs were needing to make plenty of adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we send it back out to Brandon Gott.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. A gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. Play action. Now Wilson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. They run it with Carson. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Wilson.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown. Will Dissly from 13 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 43 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. Down the numbers. There he goes. The 20. 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there, and what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They hand it off to Mostert, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Well, with that incompletion, glancing down here at the Week 4 NFL schedule, a couple of games that I have circled, Charles. Arizona at the Rams, a couple of 3-0 teams. But Sunday night, never going to be short of drama in this one when you've got Tampa Bay and Tom Brady going to New England.
Yeah, and Gronk going along with it, right? Where Tom goes, Gronk goes. But I'm really proud of you, partner, because you actually added a second game because, let's face it, the whole league is focused on the one that you mentioned on Sunday night. The whole world is focused on that one. That is going to be dramatic. But you mentioned Arizona and the Rams. 3-0 teams in the NFC West, arguably the toughest division in the league. One of them is going to come out and lead that division likely. How about a few others? Kansas City at Philadelphia. Can the Chiefs get back on the beam on the road? And will they have their coach Andy Reid back?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 18 now. And the 49er hands team does its job. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Final minute now of the third quarter. From the 45 on second down, Garoppolo. And he will find his man, Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 29 yards. First down. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk there to make the grab. And the Niners are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
Trying to make a comeback often appears daunting, but the only way to get there, start small, score, and worry about getting the next one after that.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And whatever adjustments they made at intermission, they're working, because the first half they didn't look so hot. Now they seem to be clicking.
And you know me really well, partner. A lot of the time I like to downplay the idea of adjustments. Maybe it's just they executed better. But in this case, I think you're right onto something. They look so much sharper, so much better. They obviously saw something they needed to change, and they did exactly that.
Change is working right now. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Now Wilson on first down. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. I think this is a free play for Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Seahawks have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will make this a 19-point game. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And the 49er hands team. And a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Past midfield, look out. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that...
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jaquiski Tartt.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. Now Garoppolo. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick. And that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 28 yards. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett.
7 yards, the pickup there.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. Flushed out right. That's complete into the hands of Carson.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
It's Wilson on the option.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Left side complete to Lockett. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson. Fine work there on the touchdown run. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will bump the lead up to 26. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
Garoppolo on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is going to be caught. So an offensive final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.